I'd like to welcome each and everyone for this lecture. Last time we talked about the different forms of ethics. One of them is religious, I mean, rule ethics and consequence ethics. Now, this time we're going to look at the virtue ethics. Now, for the virtue ethics, it's all about a person and his own virtues based on you as a person. Each and every one of you guys has his own virtues and characters which separate he or she from the rest of the people. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the advantages of virtue ethics. Now, this is a very good ethic because it meets first the customer needs. So, some customers need that person who is very reliable in a way that you meet the needs of the customer as the way the customer wants it. Then within the standards and expectations or exceeding expectations, it means that you do the things within the standard or you surpass the expectation of the person. So no hidden defects or shortcuts. So you do the work very well and without any flaws in the system. That is also one thing which is good about a person with virtues. Uh, so the work is produced well also. So the work comes complete and well produced. Interactive when appropriate. So you interact with the customer when appropriately. You don't go around disturbing the customer each and every time. And timely when appropriate. So you do the work on time when it's appropriate. Self accommodation. You treat the customer very well in a very accommodative manner. So then there's also disadvantages of virtue ethics. Like any other thing has disadvantages. So now one is depends on individuals that have a set of virtues. So if you don't have a set of virtues, it is very hard for you to work in such a situation. Can conflict with other values. So if if you have your own virtues, it cannot conflict with your other values as a person. You might want to do some other thing, also your body is telling you to do something else. So can also conflict with your goals as a person. There are some particular goals as you want to achieve in your lifetime. If you don't achieve them, you feel like you're an achiever. So it can also conflict with that. Can lead to over optimism. So over optimism is just basically feeling too optimistic. That is not a better way of explaining it, but it's feeling too happy and all that, too excited. Yeah, excited, that's the thing. Feeling too excited. Excitement is not a bad thing, but overdoing it is can become a problem. So can lead to overworks or a breakdown. So if you overwork yourself, it can also lead to a breakdown. So you should try to avoid pushing yourself too much to the limit that you don't have breathing space, you don't have time to also rest. You should give yourself also time to rest and cool down. So can also be in opposition to other ways, to others. So like whistleblowing. So people who have virtues, they can't stand those who don't have virtues. In a way that if you're seeing someone doing something wrong, you can't stand being with that person because you have your own virtues as a person which you stand by and you protect as your own. So you feel uh, that people are undermining you or are not using you for the right reasons. So that's why you find that such people always whistleblow. So what are the proper ways in which to use a computer? Now, one of the proper ways is do not mishandle the computer. So one of the I see people. So I had a friend of mine who, whenever he gets pissed, he wants to break the mouse or something like that. That is not a proper way of dealing with situations. If you have an issue with the things not working, don't blame the tool, blame the user. Um, which I'm meaning is you. Don't blame the computer. The computer just does what you tell it to do. Uh, Avoid pouring liquid substances. This one is something everyone knows. So avoid trying to mm, keep a safe distance from liquids with your PCs or any other device of yours. Frequently make sure you maintain your computer's hardware by testing them to see. So there are many tools for using which you can use to test your computers if it is working fine. One of them is Task Manager. Task Manager just shows you basically how your how each and every device of yours is performing on daily, actually on a second basis. I wanted to call it hourly basis, but it's not an hourly basis, it's a second basis. Each and every second, it's always releasing data concerning how your programs are working, each and everything like that. So more details. Okay. So as you can see, my CPU is at 100 right now. My memory, the RAM is this 70. My disk is at 90. Let's keep on changing, but my network is at 0. Sure, my Wi-Fi is at GPU is okay. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is here. As you can see, the Wi-Fi is also spiking seriously. Disk, disk is okay for it to be like this because sometimes when you're pulling stuff from the disk, like if I pull out this program from the disk, it should go to 100, but after some time it starts to stabilize. For the memory, it's because as you can see there are multiple programs here, so I want to get surprised, especially Photoshop. Man, that program is a problem, especially for my memory. So as you can see, even the CPU has gone back now on 38. It's no longer being overused. So this is one way of testing out and seeing how your hardware is being compatible. Or you can, if you're not sure of yourself, you can take it to a technician and they open it up and at least use a blower and remove all that dust. Sometimes the dust can cause other issues inside your computer. No, always make sure you update your computer software to avoid viruses. So this is one key thing here. When you're using your computers, make sure you always update your computer because it's a key thing. It's not something for fun or anything like that. Just make sure you keep on updating your computer to make sure that it's at par and it's always very efficient and on a daily basis. So do not install unlicensed pirated software into your computer. Uh, Make sure the products you're using there, let them be of standard, not substandard products. Uh, because that, first of all, shows how uh, if you're going for the big leagues, as in working for big companies, it's one thing which validates that, okay, this guy is something else, is serious. But if you have products which no one understands, that can want to be an issue. So, um, what are ethics for using computers between persons? Do not share confidential information like passwords. So, when you are sharing information with people, avoid sharing such information. Avoid snooping with while others are writing their passwords. I see people doing this. Do not hack an individual's computer. Avoid trying to hack people's computers. Do not share other users' confidential information. If you know someone's passwords or anything, don't try to share it with almost everyone. Do not tamper with someone's computers without permission. So I guess that one is explaining itself. What is the importance of ethical behavior to a user? So, it keeps. Let me first correct this. Mm. To a user. Okay. So, let's go back. Um, yes, to a user. It keeps the user's computer devices in a good working condition, meaning that when you keep it in a good working condition, it will last forever. And okay, not forever, but it will take a longer time to get spoiled. So it's a good it's a good thing. The user is less prone to hacking and other things. Uh, so prone to hacking others. So if you have ethics in your system or in you, that's what I mean. If not your computer, it means you know that you're not supposed to hack people anyhow, like, only uh, for legal reasons, not for illegal reasons. So because there are always people who keep on hacking companies like Google and Facebook just to check out their systems, see if they are working very well. And it's a good thing. It's even part of development as developers. If you notice, most products always have you've heard of the beta version of applications. The beta version is it's one of those stages where the app is still in the trial phase, where people are still testing it to find out whether it is good enough for the market. So within that time, that's when people say, okay, this system is vulnerable. This is that. So basically, you should avoid whatever hacking people for wrong reasons. So promote good practice among users. So it promotes a good practice among users and shows that you're a good person. It leads to respect between co-workers. Yes, it leads to respect between co-workers. It leads to improved virtues of workers. So people improve their virtues as people and develops a person to into a better person. So with this is a very good document for for you to go through for computer ethics. I made it simple. I made it very easy for one to read it. And this week, I think before this week ends, you should be knowing it very well. I I want you guys to research about these different duty ethics, deontological, utilitarianism, utility ethics, teleological, all these ethics. I want you to research about them, and that will be your exercise, which I'll be needing on Friday. So, all the best. Good luck.